Did you know that the gut, since ancient times, our bowels and our guts have been called the second brain? When we're upset, when we're in anxiety, when we're unsure, when we're excited, when we're sad, we feel it in our guts. We feel it in our stomach. It directly affects our stomach when we're worried, when we are unsure of what's going to happen in the immediate future or in the future. We feel it in our guts. That's why guts, since ancient times, have been called the second brain. But did you also know that many of modern problems that people have, irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's disease, diverticulitis, and all those things, did you know that they often come on after a traumatic experience? Many doctors have found that people that suddenly notice, changes in their bowel movements, changes in their health of their intestines and the bowels, from the esophagus all the way down to the large intestine. Many of those ailments, the ones I mentioned and many others, are set off after a traumatic experience, after a divorce, a bankruptcy, money worries, who knows, something that is traumatic, death of a loved one, being wronged by someone that you trusted. You could look it up. Well, what is a solution to that? The solution to that is the best solution available is not to let those things be internalized, and not to let it make us feel that the world is ending. The old saying, life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we react to it, is really true. It's really true. We all know those people that nothing seems to, faze them. Nothing seems to worry them. And we see that they age slower, they look better. They have this inherent ability to not worry about things, even though they might have 1,001 reasons to worry. And then on the opposite end of the spectrum, we have those people that worry about everything, every little thing. And then the biggest mistake that humans can make, that we all can make, is worry about things that we have little to zero control over, like the weather, the politics, other things that we have no control over. And then this is another separate matter, but there are many things in our life that we worry about that never come to pass. The old saying, I've repeated this in other videos, there was a famous person, I can't recall who it was, that said, in my life I've had many calamities, some of which actually happened. Think about that. But the purpose of this video, and there's always a purpose, was to let you know that many of these bowel ailments that people have, Crohn's disease, colitis, ulcerative colitis, irritable bowel syndrome, diverticulitis, God forbid, when they have to take your guts out and give you those bags and everything. I think, myself personally, I think death is much better, much preferred when it gets to that stage. But a lot of those things are, of course, there is the case of junk, harmful foods, but a lot of the times they are started in our body as a result of extreme emotional trauma. So take life lightly, take vacations, reduce your stress. Easier said than done, but not really. Do what pleases you, and don't let the actions of others turn your world upside down. Expect the worst. Expect the worst, and then you won't be disappointed or surprised by anything. Don't think, oh, that person would never do that. Yes, they would. Yes, they would. You'd be surprised. Rely on yourself and don't rely on an outside factor to make you happy. All the best.